Hello, it's Wednesday night, and I am going to post a few thoughts on Digo and talk to you about Twitter a little bit and where we're heading and what next week looks like, and so that you have a feeling for where we're going. Um, let's just take a look at Digo, and I voiced my opinions on Delicious and the frustrations that we've had in the past. I showed you the Google Bookmarks. It's a very simple bookmark tool. If you happen to be a Google user or Gmail user, I think that one is a good one. Digo is the one that I would prefer to use for myself, and I think also for kids. One of the advantages in Digo is that you can create groups, and you can have people join those groups, and you can assign the members, or you can have them automatically join like I had you join. That is a nice feature for a classroom, is the idea of groups. Now, when you get to Digo here, what we want to look at, the first thing we want to look at is we want to go to the tools over here. And what the tools, if I click on that, you will see these little bookmarklets and extensions and highlighters and all that stuff. Here's my opinion on all that stuff. It's great when it works. You'll notice that I don't have a toolbar installed right now because my version of Firefox that I updated to was incompatible with the Digolet, which is the little bookmark tool. So I'm running without a tool right now. That's fine. They'll update it. Most of this stuff, the web highlighter and things that work on Chrome, I'm using Firefox right now. I go back and forth. So we're going to run without a bookmarklet, which is kind of a pain. A bookmarklet is nice, but right now I'm just going to show you without one. Now, if you want to install one on your computer and use it, that's fine. I've had them in the past. They're great. Let's just give you an idea of a PLN. My PLN is designed to inform me about the latest things in technology and try to connect with others that are experts in the field. And when I have questions, I can post out questions. A lot of my day starts with Google Reader. And you can see that I'm way behind. I've got 232 items in my Google Reader. And if we look at like e-school news, students use website to showcase student art. Now, I think that article, let's say that I read through that article, I think it's great. So I'm going to go ahead and click through, and I'm going to look at the article, and I am going to copy the URL right here. I am going to go back to my Digo and go to my library, and I'm going to add a new bookmark. This is going to be the URL, and I'm going to call it Teachers Share Student Artwork on the Web. Tags, I'm going to call it Art. I'm going to call it Web. I'm going to call it Teacher. What are tags? Tags are simply the way that we can organize our thoughts and organize our bookmarks. You know, you have 400 or 500 bookmarks and you can't find the one, but if you've tagged it and you know what it's about, like I know there was one about arts and teachers, so if I need to find this a year from now, I can put those keywords in and I'll be able to find it. Here's what the fun part about Digo for us is that we share to a group, and in this group right here, I have PLN October 2011. I add the bookmark. Now I have it, and you also have it because you joined the Digo group that I had in a previous assignment. That's the power. The idea that we can privatize these things and we can make a group of specific things for kids. You could even do them by subject matter. So that is the idea of Digo that I think is powerful. Besides the fact that it's a great bookmark keeping device. It has a network component now, and these are all people that I am involved in following, and you'll see my latest bookmarks. One's from Peggy, and one, I think Lisa's got one in here, and all of these are bookmarks from people that I'm associated with. And if we look at my groups, PLN October 2011, there's my group. And if I go into that group, there's that bookmark that I just put on there. Okay. Now, if I was going to create a group for kids, I would simply come here and create group. I would go through this business, and I can have a private group where only the members can view, or a public group, and I can go through that process. And once I have the group created, if I click on this group, I can manage members right here. I can invite people to join the group. I can put group widgets in, which are all kinds of little gizmos, and I could put this, copy this, and this would appear on like my class web page, and it would say join now, and we could go join it. There's a link roll for our group that you could post on a website. There's also a tag roll that you could post on a website. And you could auto post anything that's put in there to a blog page. So that is the idea of a group in Digo, and I think that's a powerful concept and a powerful tool. Now, in this course, we're trying to give you an overview. You're going to have to dig deeper to use this tool, but you know of its existence and you have an account, and you're going to have to take some time to get in there. Let's go back to my library, and we look at all of the things. Now look at my tags here. Imported, that means that it came from another service. Tools, barbecue, I like to barbecue. Software, football, free, tech, GC, recipes, RSS. And then you start looking down here. ISU, tech, OSX, GC, Mac, software, video, Joomla. Those are the tags that are associated with my bookmarks. And that's where tags become important. So I would highly recommend that you go to the tools and look at some of that stuff. And the last piece of Digo that I haven't talked about yet is the community. And this is the Facebookish social connection piece of Digo. And the nice part about this is if you start looking at one of these tags right here, like iPad, and I click that tag, all of a sudden I get a bunch of bookmarks associated with iPads. Or here's Bloom's. And of course, that's Kathy Schrock. Make a lot of sense that she would have something with Bloom's. So Digo is also a place where you can go and start doing a little researching, and that's a powerful tool as well. So get yourself your account, join the group, post a few things. We talked about that. The next piece is Twitter, and I have 3 videos that I'm not going to recreate because I really, really like the videos. And I don't know if I can do them as well again. It's one of those things where I did really well. The only mistake I made was I was very specific to when I made them about some assignments and things like that. And I did them in the last section of this course, and I don't want to redo them because I like them. So just ignore it when it says this is going to be due Tuesday and this is going to be due Monday. Ignore that part in the Twitter videos because it's not relevant to us. So here's where we're at in this course. We are working with Digo. We're working with Twitter. And by Friday, I want you to have a Twitter account, and I want you to have watched the Twitter videos and gone to the Twitter links, and I want you to have a Digo account, and I want you to have a Google Reader account. Those 3 things are what I want you to have. This weekend, probably posting on Sunday, I will post a video about our practice week. Next week is our practice week, which means it involves you're going to use your Google Reader, you're going to post bookmarks, and you're going to tweet. Those are the 3 things that you're going to do as practice all week long. Towards the end of next week, we will have just a couple extra things about getting into some nings and some things like that. Once we get through the nings, we start talking about some of the pushback against connectivism and some of the things about PLNs, and then we look at that final project for the 20th. So you're doing great. Hang in there. I had some questions about grading. Let's be honest. Here's how we grade. We have requirements. How many posts you made? Do you have your accounts? All of those things. If you have those things done well and you do well on your final project, which isn't a term paper by any means, it can be several things, and you'll see that. You do well on that, and which I will post towards the middle of next week, by the way. You do well on that, you're going to be fine. So I did have somebody ask me about how this course is graded, and I have the rubrics. The rubrics are out in front of you. You have a number of required posts. You have a number of required logins. I'm checking to make sure I have reports that tell me have you posted and have you not posted and all of those things. So that's what it is. And if you're in trouble, if you're missing some things, I will let you know, and we'll get those things caught up. So I hope you're enjoying it. You're a great group. It's a small group, smaller than what I'm used to. So I'm hoping you are getting enough interaction from each other that concerns me with a small group. But I wanted to go through Digo, and I want to make sure that you go through this tools. And the other thing that I'd like to show you with Digo, and I'm going to put a link above this video, is this Digo help too is really good. So the help and the tools are two things that I'd like you to look at just to learn about Digo. Like I said, this is not a 1 or 2 day project. This is something that you're going to have to use and kind of reuse a little bit now and then. Google Reader is very similar. They're adding features all the time. You're gonna learn lots of things about Google Reader in the next month as you use it. So that's where we're at. And Twitter, that's where the rubber meets the road, in my opinion, and we will learn that as we go. So hang in there, and I will be posting several things to get you to Sunday, and expect a video and some directions on Sunday about our practice week. We'll talk to you later.